Afraid of the dark, Exile? You should be. To conquer.
What the fuck?
You may uncover ancient crypts, petrified forests, caves of lava and ice, and perhaps even the lairs of creatures that once invaded the surface of Rayclast.
I can't help but constantly think of all the like Dark Elf zones and everything in Baldur's Gate 2. Oh my goodness, man. It's just so fucking cool. I can't get over it. There's never been an expansion with PoE where I just went, that is the coolest thing ever. And this is the coolest thing ever. I'm just looking at it. It's just so fantastic. I don't think I even care if it turns out good or bad, man. Holy moly.
Chris also mentioned that Challenge League longevity was a big focus here. He referenced Incursion by saying that though it was a highly successful league and had a well-received design, a few weeks in, players had seen and done everything the Temple and Incursions had to offer.
Okay. This really needs like no logging out. Like, holy moly, I pray to God this needs to be like as punishing as possible. Like, there's no logging out. If you log, it's automatic packet loss. You're just dead. Like, it just can't have it. You just can't have it. Like, I get that you have a shot, and then if you leave, then whatever. But like an instant escape option, it just can't be possible. Like you can in the lab and everything. Just no. It just needs to not have it. I pray that that's the case. You lose the delve if you log. Yeah, but how impactful can that really be, you know? Oh, I don't know. It can be very punishing. I can imagine it being very punishing without that, but I just worry, man, you know? I just worry that there's gonna be a lot of Reddit videos with, oh, I died to packet loss because I logged out in the thing and it didn't log me out, and now I'm dead.
Resonators are ancient versions of our current crafting orbs, such as alchemy and chaos resonators. They feature a ranging amount of sockets. Yup, alchemy and chaos.
Upgrading a normal item to rare item. Numeric mod values are lucky. More life mods. Wow.
Resonators.
Okay. Corrupt essence. Wow. More physical mods. No chaos mods. Reforges a rare item with new random modifiers. More minion and aura mods. Aura mods? More physical mods. No chaos mods. Has a corrupt essence mod. Wow. Damn. Come on over to the dark side, my friends. It is SSF time.
And on top of this, the Delve League expansion is bringing more than just the Azurite Mine to Path of Exile.
Oh shit!
Reliquary keys make a return, this time offering items from older leagues, yes, including Headhunter, though some changes have been made to the way the mechanic works. The keys are even more rare than before, but now have equally weighted chances of dropping each of the 151 uniques on offer. Chris Wilson says that every unique having an equal chance should make things more exciting each time you use one of these rare keys. The league.
What? Oh my god, man. Oh, I don't know what to think about that even. Oh lord, dude. On one side, yeah, I'm all for you know, hype when it comes to this sort of stuff, and huge hype and huge disappointment. It's just that with it being only 150 and equally weight, then this is gonna have a pretty big impact on the economy, my dudes. Damn. I wonder. I really wonder. I mean, for Trade League and everything, it's way better this way. I think it's just more fun, if anything. But, whew, it's scary, you know? Especially if this is a league where they're clarifying that they're focusing heavily on player retention, then it's important, you know? that they make this up in other areas or in the same areas, but in a different way.
League also features some stunning new tech on the graphical front.
It's beautiful.
Water now uses full physics simulation to be much more realistic, and lighting has seen a huge upgrade with the shadowed point lights technology.
It's beautiful, man.
Everything that
Oh
casts a
my
light now
God.
does so in a realistic.
Oh my fucking lord. All of it looks so good. Like, I can't get over it. What?
I confirmed with Chris that this even includes all existing lighting created by any cosmetic effects as well, so all of our existing cosmetics are getting an upgrade.
What?
The footage shown here looks incredible in my opinion, and this update is perfectly matched to the darkness themed.
Oh!
Toxic Rain, a new bow skill that rains spore pods that grasp at enemies with caustic vines, slowing them down and dealing chaos damage over time before exploding with additional chaos damage.
I'm sorry, that's like... How will I don't... You don't have to do anything with Impulsa anymore, GG. Don't touch it, just... I don't fucking care. I'm playing damage every time and explosions at the ends with chaos vines popping out. Yeah, buddy. How much more up my alley can it be?
Performs a melee attack that strikes nearby enemies with a bolt of lightning, while providing a lightning-themed buff for the player and their allies. This combines with new support from the Guardian and Templar passive trees for exiles that want to do battle alongside their minions.
What did he say?
To do battle combines with new support from the Guardian and Templar passive trees for exiles that want to do battle alongside their minions.
Whoa!
A reworked Dominating Blow.
Also, excuse me, this MTX set, is that the MTX that we're getting?
And further skill support.
What?
A reworked Dominating Blow and further skill support for this archetype will also be featured for holy warriors that want to lead the charge with the support of their own personal army.
Don't blow, you say? I think I heard dumb blow. Ooh.
The Delve expansion.
God, it just looks so cool, man. I've never been excited about PoE looking so cool. I really have never been excited about it more. At the same time, new competitive stuff, right up my alley. I'm all about it. Even if I suck at it, I'm definitely going to try that, and I think it would be cool to be introducing more and more PvE type competitive content for players to compete against each other in. Especially taking into account how, you know, the lab... I know we don't talk about it, but... GGG, I have big hopes that the ladder for this stuff won't come out like 2 months after the release of the freaking league, okay? But yeah, that's super promising. And then the new ability looks cool too. Rework or Dominating Blow? I wonder if they're... going after other skills too. God, man, this looks so pretty. I just can't get over it. I know I'm so shallow, but holy moly. Azurite upgrades. I really don't understand what these do. They help you delve deeper, right? Oh, okay, so it's like flare duration and stuff. And then dynamite. Damage, radius. Right, amount of them, you buy them. Oh, man. Deep civilizations, my dudes. Deep in Azurite Mine, you'll discover many different biomes as you delve even deeper. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool! Can you stop already? You may encounter lost cities from Ray-class dark history. Each environment has its own monsters, bosses, encounters, and rewards. Just shut up already, GGG. We get it, it's fucking awesome. Can you stop? Like, holy moly. It's so cool. Nearby enemies have minus 15 to lightning resistance. 15% chance to gain an additional Vol Soul on kill. What? Whatever, dude. What? Minus 15 to lightning resistance. Nearby enemies. That's crazy. What? The depth ladder tracks who has delved the deepest into the mine. Oh my god, dude. Why do you do this to me? listen, GGG, I want to do things with my life, alright? I wanna have a family. I wanna experience different cultures, you know? Go to different countries. What the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Infinite depths, man. That is the coolest thing ever. If this stuff works, and if it's fun, and it's infinite depths, that's like literally the one thing that I always wanted gameplay wise out of Path of Exile. Because you can do so many different things, right? You can MF, boss kill, play softcore, play hardcore, race, play different builds, play meta builds, gain currency, not play the game and gain currency, collect, whatever. You've got so many just different playstyles, but past a certain point, I feel like with characters, especially in SSF, you reach that point of, oh, I'm basically playing Trade League, and Trade League obviously reaches that point of, oh, I'm playing Trade League a lot earlier. And the one thing that I was always missing, and I hate to bring it up, Diablo 3 really did a pretty good job with, outside of the randomness of it, is, yeah, infinite freaking content. And other games have delved into that with all sorts of arenas and challenges, and you know, Crucible from Grim Dawn, all that sort of stuff. And I think if done right, it is really the one thing that I've always missed. But I'm so worried, man, because it's so promising, and if it sucks, I'm just gonna be so sad, dude. Please, I need this to like work forever. New and revamped skills. Okay, so they're really delving into this again. Get it? Delve includes 10 powerful new or completely reworked skills centered around 2 character archetypes, the Guardian and the Pathfinder. Smite performs a melee attack and causes lightning to strike a target location or nearby enemy. I mean, it looks cool. I'm a little worried when it comes to introducing more things that benefit group play even further without like addressing the existing issues. But I mean, it looks cool for the combat summoner type of character that I always try to make, so that's very cool in that way. Toxic Rain. Fire a number of arrows in the air that rain down around the target area, dealing damage to enemies they hit and creating spore pods where they land. Each spore pod deals chaos damage over time to nearby enemies and lessens their movement speed. After a short duration, the pods burst, dealing area damage. Level 12. Oof, I'd really have to go over the videos and see more mechanically how this works. It seems rather bad, but so far. But yeah, maybe it overlaps in some sort of way that I just don't get. Or maybe it creates 4 and each one of them can affect multiple enemies at a time, and like all, because it would be more reasonable like if it fires 4 additional arrows and each one of them creates an arrow and then it creates a spore, and then those 4 spores can attach themselves into a single mob, then that makes sense. 20 base chaos damage per second, that would make a lot more sense than 5.5. So yeah, 5 spores. So I would imagine that they can attach themselves to the same dudes. Dominating Blow. Oh man, my baby. Oh, alright. Hands up, boys. Attack an enemy with a melee strike, applying a debuff for a short duration. If a non-unique enemy dies while affected by the debuff, the enemy's corpse will be consumed, and a Sentinel of Dominance with the same rarity and mods will be summoned for a longer secondary duration. Wait, okay, no, okay. Consumed, okay, wait. With the same rarity and mods. So it's not just regular dudes, but it's still Dominating Blow is basically what I'm getting at. But it just looks a little differently. Base secondary duration is 20 seconds. Sufficient, I guess, is the word. Sufficient. Base duration is 1 second, which is what it always was. They just clarified it. That's cool. And base damage looks big. I mean, 140 on a level 1 gem from 28. Like, that's pretty serious. I think it only really gets base damage though. I don't think anything else upgrades. Maybe chance to summon a normal sentinel? Summon rare sentinel of dominance. No, I don't really get it. The more I think about it. Summon magic. So I can have 9 normal mobs and only 1 rare mob and 3 magic mobs taken over? Only 1 rare mob? The Gray Spire. This is a staff that is level 68. It's a judgment staff. This thing is fucking crazy. I mean, it's still a staff, but 29% increased attack speed? Probably goes up to like 35. Whew. Man, that's pretty good. I can imagine myself playing this with stuff. The thing that scares me is that it's increased global damage. It's not, you know, specific. It's global damage. So we're talking, you know, ignites and whatnot. Like, that's kind of worrying. Cerberus Limb. +5 to armor per evasion rating on equipped shield. Wow, that's really strong. Gosh, so tough. No attack speed, right? It's really good defensively, but it's gonna be hard to justify for a lot of builds. It's mostly like, I could see it as like a utility boss killer or some sort of, you know, Minotaur style type of thing. Farmer. Maybe this is an item intended for, you know, it's perfect for the new league, right? Where you move at the speed of the cart. You want the cart to slow down, it slows down. You want it to speed up, it speeds up. So you don't necessarily have to worry about mobility as all the mobs are coming towards you. So thematically, like, both of these items make sense as something that you could push deeper delves with, yeah. Doriani's Machinarium, I think. Whoa, that sounds cool. But also, found items have a 10% chance to drop corrupted in an area. It's pretty OP. Monster level 80? Why isn't it a maze map then? Sounds like something to chain. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Interesting. I really wonder how big it is. I think it's primarily boss fights and not as much monster fighting because of the experience gain and everything. The Primordial Chain Coral Amulet can summon up to 3 additional golems at a time. Primordial? Wait, does this count as like a primordial jewel? Oh boy, it's like the finger from Diablo with the gargantuans. I don't know, guys. I mean, they're obviously releasing things that are supposed to offer support, right? So the combat summoner type of elementalist that also has golems that do things would make more sense. But if you were to just take this item, take a golemancer, be it elemental, elementalist, or necromancer, and slap it on, then it's not good. But if you mix and match and utilize the new abilities, then you can probably work something out of it. It's good without any extra golems. Yeah, I mean, you can just take it and... yeah, you can just take it and slap it on an elementalist, and it's a good amulet, right? In terms of defense. Sorry, in terms of offense. It's just good. Boon of the first one's bestiary item. Oh boy! Billy. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't do this sooner, to be honest. That's great. I like it. I would like it more if you could apply aspects without having to use items, but yeah. I mean, maybe this is just the start. Bestiary did some things right, and yeah, the sets and the aspects were definitely one of the better things. Alright, and now the big news. It's League items, not Legacy items? Oh! Wait, I thought it was Legacy items. Okay, well, I take everything back then. Let me process this. League items. I mean, it really depends how often they happen. If it's really 500, but like... Is it 500 hours of the average player, or is it 500 hours of like fucking Isla popping off on a fully decked out build? I guess it really boils down to how rare these things are. Because if they're as rare as like legacy keys, then they're not rare enough, I think. I don't know. I'm a little worried. I mean, Rigvolts, they show very cool items. Venomers, you know, Rigvolts, whatever. Yeah. Okay. All right. They show cool two cool items, but a lot of this other stuff. I mean, even like barracks, man. All this talk of infinite dungeon and competitive and everything. Oh my goodness. I want it, dude. I want it to work so much. And like this feeling of preparing to go down on like a journey into this like, it's almost got like this darkest dungeon feel to it. Oof. I just can't wait, man. I'm so excited about just aesthetically how it looks like. I can't wait to have that just atmosphere, you know? Because as much as, for instance, Torchlight wasn't, you know, the best of games, it didn't do that often enough, but it could create the atmosphere of just like absolute awesomeness. And this really highlights that, and I really love it. And then, yeah, the possibility of the endless depths that continue to get, I would assume, more and more difficult. That's really, really cool. The thing that I'm worried about also is the Azurite and how you upgrade certain things, where you end up. If it's like, I've got this much Azurite, so I can go into the next dungeon doing these things, and then it resets based off of how you performed, or is it something that you can stack, or is it something, you know, that persists and your upgrades persist, or is it more of a, I know that I'm not going to be blowing up so many doors, but I might need a couple flares on this route, so for this particular trip I'm going to stack up on this rather than something else, right? I'm not exactly sure how that system works, because if the upgrades stick around, then that would be very, very boring. But if you have to obtain, well, I guess that's like the big punishing factor if you do have to leave a delve. Like, let's say for instance, if you only get Azurite by completing the mission, which from the looks of it, it was that, because the guy finished the mission at the end and then he was picking up Azurite, then if you log out like midway, then for your next delve you will not have any Azurite, therefore you can't go to the sides or anything like that. So that's kind of cool, right? Like a Speed Boy character won't really work here. It seems like it doesn't need to work at all, which is pretty cool. This can be a milestone PoE. That's what I'm thinking too, and that's what terrifies me, because if this is done right, then it changes Path of Exile, especially for people like me, completely. But if it's done wrong, then it has long-lasting implications, with possibly never seeing a return of something that I would really love to be a core part of the game. That being said, a never-ending race will ruin my life. Excited, scared, terrified, and happy at the same time.